Alright, hello. We are back. Still in this void room, about to leave. I assume that probably that hologram thing has just turned on and Fi is stopping us. But I just wanted to point out, because it never, like, clued into me when we, during the last episode when we walked into this room. Q, I think was supposed to be a reference to 999, and even Tenmyouji like made a remark about it. Because Q was the last like door that we thought was supposed to be a 9, but it was actually a Q. I just wanted to bring that up. I did notice that, but it took me a while. It took me until now to notice that. And yeah, this may have been the final puzzle room. Let's see what's going on now.
It opened.
It opened. Yes, the door opened.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse then.
I just heard something turn on. Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something? I did.
What?
I knew it. It was the Roomba. You didn't hear it? It came from over there. It sounds like something turning on. See? I told you. This screen wasn't on before. Oh, this is a single lion eating the sun.
You're right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
What? I thought it would be like a person again.
It looks like an authentication screen.
Do I need another password? Oh no, I don't have like my stuff out.
I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Dang it. Okay, it's gotta be the other one that I tried using on the one that I had a different password for. It's probably like Kurashiki and Jumpy Doll or whatever, right? It's gotta be.
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. What do you mean? That was on the other screen too, except there's two. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Memento mori, remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Is it specifically saying remember death? Remember the lady who died? Maybe? Is that the reference? Or are you just now noticing all the lions that have been everywhere? Uh-huh. Oh. Of course. This was the real ninth lion. What? But if that was the case, is this really like the ninth lion we've seen? Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. Yes, I understand. Remember. Okay. Okay. So the only thing that I haven't used, I believe, if I'm looking at my stuff right, is Kurashiki, Jumpy Doll, and Completed. But Completed is a single thing on its own. So I don't think that's it. So I'm gonna go Shiki. I'm gonna double check that I spelled it right. Okay. And jump E doll. Jumpy doll. Please? Okay, good. I don't know what I would have done if that wasn't it.
Sigma!
Is there a hologram
Look!
now? Oh, it's her now. You're...
Akane. Her name is Akane Kurashiki.
Haha.
I've been looking for her for a very long time.
Yes, it has been a long time. And this confirms that I guess Clover and Alice were two of the pod people. He walked toward her. Slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away, he reached out. It's a hologram.
She's a hologram.
Tenmyouji squeezed his eyes shut. That's a weird place to try and reach through. Okay.
Akane.
He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand.
Okay.
Now, where to begin?
That's spooky. I don't like that. I don't like that it just shows her face there. It looks weird.
You probably have a great many questions. What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki?
I'm still sorry. I like paused because I was trying to think. I don't know if I've had any like theories about who Zero is. I know that I feel like Sigma has to have something to do with stuff, but I don't know. I'm thinking about that person that I saw as like a hologram. They were older and they had a bracelet on. I don't know if that means that it was in fact one of us, or if... Because I'm wondering where Santa went in all of this. Could that have been him? I don't know.
But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here?
Yes, please
The answer
answer.
to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan.
That's not an answer.
All of this was required for the success of the AB project.
Okay.
I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan.
You gonna say what the plan is instead of just saying plan over and over
The
again?
Nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project?
Yes.
The answer to that is also simple.
It was our plan.
Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose.
Our plan.
To transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
Okay. But what's the point? And are we in the past? Into the past. Okay. What do you mean the past? Yeah. The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not Tenmyouji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is?
It's the Q room.
I assume you saw the Q on the door.
Uh-huh.
It stands for quantum.
What?
That makes this the quantum room.
Okay. Took me a moment to realize she'd changed subjects without even pausing. There's nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room.
Which one is the rear of the way we came
Do
in?
you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Jr., as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box. Isn't that strange, though?
Not really.
It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else.
What?
But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box.
Okay, but that's how a okay.
Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies.
This is the thing that they kept saying in 999. I remember it.
Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, non-verbal cues, etc., to transmit information.
I wouldn't call those inefficient, but okay.
Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome.
A what?
Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree. All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another.
What?
But this isn't the case. If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth.
Didn't we have a puzzle with like a root or something? This looks familiar.
All the roots join together at the trunk. In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions. Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility?
Sure.
I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Okay.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Tenmyouji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I recognize it. I opened my mouth to ask him what he meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension, I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point.
I think every character in this game took the same teaching course in how they speak and explain things.
Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In 1 dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions, and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces. Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time.
Okay.
It is on that 4th dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after, and the B represents before.
Okay, but are you gonna explain, like, the point?
It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyouji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago.
Yeah, so that is kind of confirming that Tenmyouji is, in fact, Junpei. I don't know why he's going by a different name. Unless it's, like, his last name. I don't know.
You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do. How can I forget?
Why are you talking like she's there?
That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyouji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up.
What do you mean? You didn't you didn't explain anything.
The final stage of the project will begin very soon.
You didn't
I
okay.
need to go prepare.
What do you mean you need to go?
The
Okay.
next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story.
Good.
So come and find me. I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box.
Uh-huh.
Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait.
Yeah, because everyone here is a cat in the box. We get to decide if they live or die. Wait.
Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyouji. I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait. Akane!
She's a hologram. It's okay. And then she was gone. Tenmyouji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyouji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. Okay. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. Why? As soon as we arrived, we began to treat... Oh, right. We began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Accelavir that I'd found in the Q room. She quickly prepared it and... injected Alice and Quark. You know, this Radical 6 virus, for, like, wiping people out so ruthlessly, doesn't spread very easily. If no one else in this room got hit with it.
Thank goodness.
It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine.
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyouji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see the tears at the corners of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly, I remembered. Dio. Where had he gone? Didn't take me long to find him. Okay. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
I can't believe we're mints. Wait, our lifesavers are the mints, right? Or candies? I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Fi to see she was doing the same thing. Alright, now we just play the game over and over until everyone can leave, right? After that, we headed back to the Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Fi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Tenmyouji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default, which left me, Fi, and Tenmyouji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round fight.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah. Wait, am I voting with you or against you? I don't remember. I think with you? Yeah, I trust you. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
Wait, am I voting against her? If that's the case, there's literally no point in her voting if I'm gonna vote too. Okay.
An Ambidex Game 40?
Yep.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh, well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Guys want to hang out? Swap stories?
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on. I just remembered something.
What?
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Oh wait, she wasn't dead in this one, right? I don't think we found her body in this one. Kane's body was in there. Well, what does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time? Okay, yeah, we did.
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
But then, how'd Dio get in? But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
Are you saying you're the cat?
Fine. You will decide its fate.
Also, how do we decide that when we didn't even... That happened before we started deciding things. The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its
Perhaps
fate.
she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
Huh?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, that's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that she's neither alive nor dead. She's obviously one of the two.
The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story.
If she is alive, I hope they explain how that even works. With Dio getting in here.
So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? What? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? Oh, are we gonna have to like go back and talk to her? Is that how this is gonna work? If she was, what would that mean? Huh? What? What do you mean to be continued? What do you mean? What? A new destination? Huh? Wait a second. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. What does that mean? Hello? Okay, that's just... Okay. So, yeah, we are going back to the past. Okay. AB room. Past. So wait, does that path down there literally, like, go nowhere? Is that gonna be, like, the end of the game? Hmm? Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? We're back in this room. Do we gotta solve the puzzle again? Looks like an elevator,
No.
but what does it say? Girl, we know who that
This
is.
one of the AB rooms.
Gah, who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory. Was that the first thing you remembered? Okay. I remember. You're Phi. She grinned. It's a weird looking grin. When is
Check
this?
your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room.
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Alright, let's leave this room and go see Akane. Wait a minute. If you're right.
Yeah. Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
Then...
Right. We're here for one reason.
To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Are they gonna make me do the puzzle room again? Really? 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 I don't remember. Do you actually have to solve the entire thing? Okay. We don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? That means we're just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password from the safe should be the same one we got earlier? Exactly. Now hurry up and open it. Oh, do I have it? Elevator. I assume this is it, right? The one we want is this. Star, sun, star. Okay. You need to remember the password for the safe. We figured it out last time. Wait, what did I say? Star, sun, star? Okay, good. I'm glad we have the archive thing, because I wouldn't have had that written down. Actually, I probably do have it written down. I just wouldn't know what's what. There, it's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Could you not? Cracker? Damn, I meant key. You don't mix... Just shut up and do it. Okie dokie. I'm glad I did not have to solve this again. Alright, let's just put this key in here. For God's sake, just do it already. No need to yell. Alright. Good. Looks like that worked. Huh? What do you mean? Oh. I expected something to happen. What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9. Can you just press the button? Hey, you push the button. Bite me, you are taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Ugh.
You found it. Wow.
Fi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Gasp. Just Akane in brackets. Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly, quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit. There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Fi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fi? What the hell are you doing? Get down here and... I like that he was like, there's no time to yell out to Akane, but I have time to yell out to Fi. Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Oh man, a little cinematic. That was a very short one. He's dead. No, what the?
He's fine. Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Okay. I was gonna say, how are they gonna explain this if, like, Dio sees that? Obviously, he'll know that they were out first, but I guess this helps to explain that. I went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up. Do we get another cinematic? No.
So you came. I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell's your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd... Well, obviously she knew that.
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio?
Because she knows everything that was gonna happen,
Are
obviously.
you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was gonna stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
Because it was part of our plan.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested.
Okay.
I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot.
Okay.
You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from a slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like.
Okay, but you literally have yet to explain why.
Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage.
Amazing. What are we using it for?
In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Okay. What?
We're infected with Radical 6?
So was that... Well, obviously, wait, no, I knew that. Because Sigma had a weird, like, episode or whatever. Where stuff slowed down. Or sped up, I guess. Right? In the security room?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Did she?
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people was such a horrible disease?
Oh, she did in fact say all of these people. I don't know if I ever picked up on that, though.
Every single one of you has been infected.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Because I was like, how is this disease or illness, like, such a big deal if it's so contained within people and doesn't spread so easily? But I guess it does.
Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary.
What about Kay, though? He has my face. What is that? They haven't, like... I've been assuming that he's, like, a golem or a robot, too, because he spoke the exact same way as Luna did, but they haven't said that yet.
We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy.
Okay.
Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies 4-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved.
So, because they're not explaining it yet, I assume that they will, but I'm just, a lot of this, I get it, and it's kind of just like going through my head, because I don't, I don't care as much about the process of it, I just care about the why. Dio, I believe, came in here for the sole purpose of disrupting this, right? If I'm remembering correctly. So that means that this has been going on for some sort of purpose that would go against what Dio and his, like, cult or whatever is doing, or something that would affect them. So are they gonna, like, try and use us to go back and, like, stop Radical 6 or whatever from ever happening or something like that? I feel like that's maybe where this is going. I think.
Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the AB game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
Okay. I get it. Can we move on? I get it. Thank you. I think I finally understand after you explained it like 50 different ways. Well, okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you've just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through 4-dimensional space with our memories intact. But why do you want us to jump through 4-dimensional space with our memories intact? Right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? Thank you, Sigma. Thank you. People have died for this. Well, we've watched them die, but that doesn't mean that they're dead. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Fi, so have you. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you?
No.
Death was unavoidable.
Okay, yeah, but you're not answering my question.
You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why. What is so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah.
Are you gonna answer?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Oh my god. Okay, shut up. I'm going back later. This was fun talking. Good luck with Dio waking up and stabbing you.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
What do you mean? This I thought this was the end of the game. How much more? Bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Okay. Don't change the subject. No, I feel like that's important.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
Where's your bracelet, by the way? What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it.
They forgot to put a bracelet on.
Logomorph.
Yes.
The hell?
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph.
Why?
Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
You. Where was it? Are you gonna put it on Dio? Is Dio just gonna wake up with a bracelet on and be like, huh?
Everything is in place.
He never questioned that. He just went along with it.
I have put the bracelet onto Dio.
Okay.
All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him.
Where are you gonna go? You gonna go chill somewhere?
I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
Recreate the history that you remember. Your
Fine.
consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future.
Because that's just how it works. There's no explaining it. It's just gonna happen.
Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. A key! Thank you. I love keys. It was a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What? Why my ankle? I guess so I don't see it? Wait. How it... Okay, are you gonna tell me that Sigma walked around with a key on his ankle the entire time and did not notice it? What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
Is it you again? No. What?
Go. Return to the future.
I assume it's gonna be the other person that we saw as a hologram.
You
right?
won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait. I still... Yeah, These happened. I don't know what's happening here. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. Okay. Okay. Is it just gonna keep doing this? How much more? I don't know if I should stop now or if I should... How much more could they have to explain? I honestly don't know. know what? This will just be a long one, I guess. I'll go there. AB game round 3 ally. And I mean, if this is too long, I can always just split it here. So if I split it here, goodbye. If I don't split it here, hello. Here we go.